Hey, how's it going, YouTube? I'm back in another video, and today I'm going to be talking about which LA team will be coming out of the Western Conference, as I'm going to be talking about which team is better, the Lakers or the Los Angeles Clippers. So yeah, now obviously there are teams like Houston that will be contending pretty hard, and Utah that might be contending out of the West, but I think most people do realize that the main two contenders are going to be the Clippers and the Los Angeles Lakers this year. So I'm going to be comparing both those teams and saying which one I think is actually better. So yeah, that's basically what the video is going to be about, and without further ado, without running on too much, let's get right into this video. Okay, so the first time we're getting to the first video and comparing the two teams by is going to be their starting five. Now, how this is going to work, I'm going to name both teams starting five, and then after I name them both, I'm going to compare both positions. Like, I'm going to compare the Clippers point guard to the Lakers point guard and say which one's better and who has the advantage in that, and whoever has the most advantages in their starting five is going to get this point for the win, and I'm going to be going into some other reasons as well and other topics to how I'm going to compare these teams, but the first one I'm getting to is going to be their starting five. So the first starting five I'm going to be saying is going to be the Los Angeles Lakers, who at their point guard position they have LeBron, shooting guard Danny Green, small forward Kyle Kuzma, power forward Anthony Davis, and at center DeMarcus Cousins. And then the Clippers starting five is at point guard Patrick Beverley, shooting guard Paul George, small forward Kawhi, power forward Montrezl Harrell, and the center Ivan Zubac. So I mean, both starting fives are very, very strong and are loaded with star talent all around, and they're going to be very, very competitive throughout the entire year. But when you compare the two, I think there is some differences, and I think that one team is definitely the more favored starting five, in my opinion, as the first position I'm getting to is going to be a point guard. And now, obviously, LeBron's going to get this one only because he's LeBron James, and yes, Patrick Beverley, I love him. He's a very tough player, very good, not going to back down from anyone. He's definitely not going to back down from LeBron, but I mean, let's be honest, LeBron is a better player than Patrick Beverley, and you have to give the point to LeBron, and pretty much anybody LeBron would be paired up against, he would be better than, except for like Kawhi and Kevin Durant, where he would probably be tied with them. So I mean, he's being paired up with Patrick Beverley, I think you definitely have to give the advantage to LeBron James. And now, obviously, if they do play in a 7-game series, I'm sure Patrick Beverley will not be guarding LeBron, and they will put Kawhi on LeBron. But hypothetically, point guard on point guard, LeBron does get the advantage, and that's what I'm going to be going with. But now, at the shooting guard position, you have Paul George against Danny Green, which pretty much like the last situation with Patrick Beverley and LeBron, Danny Green is a very good veteran, very good player, plays hard, knows how to win, but Paul George was an MVP candidate last year, and it showed why he is supposed to be looked at as one of the best players in the entire league. So with Paul George, I just think you have to give the advantage to Paul George. He's just a way better player, in my opinion. I think he's definitely going to get the advantage in that. So the Lakers took point guard and the Clippers took the shooting guard position. And now at small forward, you have Kyle Kuzma against Kawhi Leonard. Now, although Kuzma is a very good, high-ceiling young player who I'm very, very high on, Kawhi Leonard is coming off what should have been an MVP season. He carried the Toronto Raptors team to the NBA Finals, won the NBA Finals, and then got NBA Finals MVP and showed that he could potentially be the best player on the planet right now. So, with that being said, the advantage is going to Kawhi, but I do love Kuzma a lot and think Kuzma can become an all-star level player. Obviously, nowhere is near as good as Kawhi, but I still think Kuzma has a chance, but obviously the advantage is going to go to Kawhi Leonard. But now let's move over to the power forward position where you have Anthony Davis going against Montrezl Harrell. Well, this is going to be a very interesting matchup. I think obviously Anthony Davis wins just because of how talented Anthony Davis is. Anthony Davis is a top 5 player. Yes, Montrezl Harrell is very, very hard, very tough to play against, very physical how he plays. He's very explosive, but Anthony Davis is just a different animal. He's pretty much a Hall of Famer already, especially if he wins a championship this year. So, I mean, top 5 player in the NBA and Anthony Davis, you have to give him the advantage. And right now, the Clippers are tied as the Lakers, and Clippers and Lakers are tied, should I say, as the Lakers took point guard and power forward, while the Clippers took shooting guard and small forward, which means the center position is going to be where it comes down to. And unfortunately for the Clippers, they're going to fall short as they have Zubac against DeMarcus Cousins. Now, yes, Cousins, despite not having a great year last year, but still with him coming off an Achilles injury, I think he averaged 15 points per game, 8 rebounds per game, and 4 assists per game, which is very, very good for someone coming off an Achilles injury. And then he got injured again in the playoffs, so he wasn't even in full health in the finals, and he still played pretty well in a few games in the NBA Finals. And I think now with him being 2 years off that horrible injury, he's probably going to be healthier than he was this season. So I think Boogie Cousins is going to be looking more and more like his old self, while Zubac is a pretty decent, solid young player. I think even with a hurt DeMarcus Cousins, he is still not better than Cousins Cousins, and I think you have to give the advantage to DeMarcus Cousins. And with that being said, I think the Lakers starting five is just a little bit better than the Clippers starting five. Now, it's not that far, and on any given day, the Clippers starting five can outplay the Lakers starting five on any given day. But I think talent-wise and just basketball-wise, I think the Lakers have a better starting five. And yeah, and I probably should have said this in the video, I don't like either one of the teams. I don't like LA teams. I don't like big market teams. I'm a Pelicans fan. So yeah, I'm neutral on this, so don't think I'm a bandwagon in any way. But now we're going to be looking at their bench. And now this is going to be my second reason I'm comparing them. It's going to be throughout their benches. And what I'm going to be doing is going to go through their main three players. Because, I mean, obviously, everybody can have a solid ninth man, 10th man, but not everybody can have a very good 8th, 7th, and 6th man, which both teams do have, and their benches are actually going to be fairly strong this year, despite them having little to no cap after signing all those players and making those trades that the Clippers did. But yeah, let's just compare what they actually are doing, and well, the Lakers' main three off the bench is going to be Rajon Rondo, Avery Bradley, and JaVale McGee, while the Los Angeles Clippers have Lou Williams, Landry Shamet, and JaMychal Green. Now, while yes, Lou Williams is probably the best sixth man in the entire league and probably one of the best bench players to ever live. He's an absolute beast off the bench, and I mean he's definitely the best bench player off the entire league. So I mean, yes, they have a more solid six man than the Lakers, but I think that the Lakers have a more solid three than what the Clippers have. Because I mean, Landry Shamet, yes, he's solid, yes, he's good, but he's not like beastly or anything. I think Avery Bradley and Rondo are definitely better guards than Landry Shamet. And then JaMychal Green, he's just an alright player. He's nothing to be like excited about. So I think JaVale McGee is better than JaMychal Green, which will, in my opinion, since yes, the Clippers have the best bench player in this series, I think the Lakers have the better overall bench, and I think it's more well-rounded, and I just think with people like high IQ players like Rajon Rondo and Avery Bradley, who are very good on defense, can play good on both sides of the ball, and then JaVale McGee, who can defend very well and could start on a lot of other teams, I think personally the Lakers also have a better bench than the Clippers, but like I said, when Lou Williams is on and he's going off, the Clippers bench can outplay the Lakers bench at any given day. It's still pretty close, but I think I have to give the Lakers another advantage through the bench. But now let's look at their star talent. And obviously, y'all all know star talent, but the Clippers have Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, while the Lakers have LeBron, Anthony Davis, and DeMarcus Cousins. And I mean, I really didn't know if I should include DeMarcus Cousins in the star category, because I mean, he's injured, and like, he's just like, we don't know if he's still going to be a star, but I still think you consider Boogie Cousins a star-level player, especially when he is healthy. So the Lakers, having more stars as they do, they have 3 stars compared to the Clippers' 2 stars, but the Clippers' 2 stars, Kawhi legitimately could have won and should have won MVP last year. I said that before the playoffs started, and I think Kawhi was one of the most underrated players going into the playoffs. I made a whole video on it. And then Paul George was an MVP candidate, and for a while it looked like he was going to win it, while LeBron, for the first time in a while, actually showed a kink in his armor and did not make the playoffs and got injured. Anthony Davis always has some injury problems, and DeMarcus Cousins just came off an Achilles injury. So, I mean, the Lakers are looking like they could potentially have an injury problem. I'm not saying they will, but the potential is there. While Paul George and Kawhi, I mean, outside of that freak injury for Paul George and that freak injury for Kawhi Leonard, really, they never get injured. So, I mean, with that being said, the Clippers probably will have the healthier team, but I think talent-wise, the Lakers have the better team. So if the Lakers can stay healthy, I think personally they're going to have more star talent. Because in my opinion, LeBron and Kawhi are about equal right now, while LeBron is better than Paul George, and Anthony Davis, Kawhi, and LeBron are a little bit even. If not, Anthony Davis is just one level behind, but he is still better than Paul George. And DeMarcus Cousins, although being the worst player out of this 5, DeMarcus Cousins is still only a few levels behind Paul George in them. So at least when he's healthy, should I say. So, I mean, the Clippers having less stars and, in my opinion, less talent than the Lakers, I think the Lakers' stars are also better. And with these 3 reasons being said, I think the Lakers are the most likely team to come out of the Western Conference this year. But unfortunately, guys, that's going to be the first video. So comment below, do you agree with me? Do you think the Lakers will be better? Do you think the Clippers will be better? This is all an opinion, and it's just my opinion. I could be wrong. You never know. Do you think it will be one of these teams? Do you think it will be another team out of the West? I want to hear all your thoughts in the comment section below. And if you do like the video, and if you do like the video, at any point, like button and subscribe button would mean the absolute world to me. See you in the next video. Hope you have a blessed day. Can I have a blessed day? So you need to have a blessed day. See you in the next video. Goodbye. Boo. Blah, blah, blah.